Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to share with you the 12 reasons why you get into financial problems. All right, maybe not you, but people you know, right? Make sure you watch the whole video so that you get all 12 of these problems. You don't want to have any one of these problems. In fact, the more you know about the problems that are out there that other people are dealing with, the more you can find solutions for your own life and how you can avoid these problems. My name is Paris Clough, and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel, we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage, protect, and grow your money. If that sounds like the kind of channel you want to be a part of, smash the like button so this video can get out to as many people as possible, and hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of the content that I produce. The first of the 12 reasons why people get into problems with their money, they never clearly define the amount of money they need to live the desired lifestyle that they want. Most people just have vague numbers and vague idea of what they really want in life. People who get specific end up getting their goals and obtaining their goals and having a great lifestyle. If you don't know how much money it's going to take to get to where you want to be, then you're probably never going to get the amount of money that you need to have the life that you want. You can't just say, I want to be rich. You've got to determine exactly how much money that is. How much money do you need set aside in an investment account, earning what interest rate to be able to live the lifestyle that you need? And what lifestyle do you want? How much does that lifestyle cost? And what kind of assets are you going to have in order to make sure that you can continue to live the lifestyle that you want? Make sure that you take time to determine exactly the lifestyle that you want, and then determine what assets that you can build and grow to be able to provide that lifestyle for you. Nobody plans to fail, they just fail to plan. The second of 12 problems we're going to talk about, most people take money advice from unqualified salespeople and their friends. How many of you have ever asked the guy sitting in the cubicle next to you what he does with his money? Why would you do that? That guy's probably doing the same thing you are. He's clearly in the same job you're in. He or she's probably not got any better advice to what to do with their money than what you're doing. So if you want to have good advice, don't go out and talk to unqualified salespeople, meaning anybody and everybody that's going to sell you any kind of anything. Go find good quality advisors, good quality people that you can get good advice from, and then find friends that are making more money than you or that are investing better than you, and do what they're doing and get involved with them and make sure that they're your friends. Don't get bad advice from unqualified salespeople and friends that have no idea what they're talking about. The third thing is poor financial decisions because of lack of knowledge. That's one of the reasons why I founded this channel, so that you could have good, strong financial education and grow your financial literacy so that you don't ever have to worry about having a lack of financial knowledge. The key to success is knowing what you know, knowing what you don't know, and then knowing who knows what you don't know. Because if you don't know something, you may not know that you don't know it. But if you know somebody else who knows the things that you don't know, you can go to them and ask them for advice and for counsel, kind of like that second thing we said, go to the right people to get the right advice. Make sure that you're gaining knowledge every day on your financial situation and how to improve it. All right, the fourth one is a big one. Most people who find themselves in a lot of problems with their money is because they lack confidence in their financial decisions. Confidence is a big deal, but confidence comes after having done some research and having had some knowledge. So it's no wonder nobody has any confidence with their money, because they don't have any knowledge about their money, because they're getting bad advice from their friends, because they never even determined what they want in life and how they want to build their life, the lifestyle that they want. So you can see how these kind of all domino effect on top of each other. You've got to have good confidence in your financial decisions, and that comes from having knowledge and research and recognizing that you can do it. It can be done. You just need to take the time to do it. They say the average American is watching TV for 4 hours a day. Well, give up an hour a day. Use that hour instead to develop a better financial literacy and financial knowledge, which will increase your confidence. The fifth of 12 is lack of a clear financial plan. Now, this kind of relates to the first one, but having a clear financial plan, what are you going to do to obtain those assets? What are you going to do to obtain the wealth that you want? Are you going to build a business? Are you getting into real estate? Are you going to do stocks and bonds? Are you going to invent a product? What is your plan? What are you going to do every day to make sure that you hit your goals? A goal without a plan is just a dream. So having a strong financial plan is critical. And if you need help to develop a clear financial plan, I have some links in the description below that will help you. All right, the sixth of 12 things, we're halfway through. Is everybody okay? You're still with me? The sixth thing is a lack of trusted financial advisors. It's important to remember and realize that you can't know everything. So you have to find people that you can trust that know things that you don't know. You need to know enough. You need to have enough knowledge and financial literacy that you can have the confidence that when somebody tells you something with a little bit more knowledge about a certain product or service, you can tell whether they're giving you a line or not. That's what's important about having a trusted group of financial advisors or a mastermind group. If you have a trusted group of financial advisors, you're going to be able to be more successful. Now, a lot of people tell me, Paris, I don't make enough money to have a trusted group of financial advisors. You might have to start out small. How do you think rich people got there? Rich people got there by having a mastermind group of people that they could work with and trust that were financial experts in other areas than they were, but they had the confidence and knowledge to know that when they were speaking, they kind of understood how it related to the whole picture. See, a puzzle has thousands of pieces, but at the end of the day, all those pieces have to come together to create one picture. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to create a picture or a financial plan, and you got to bring together all the pieces. Part of those pieces is having a good, trusted advisory, a mastermind group that you trust. All right, number 7, this one is really prevalent. A lot of people make poor financial decisions based on emotions. They get all excited about something and they go buy it, and then they have buyer's remorse. You will likely eliminate buyer's remorse if you do all the research necessary to make sure that you got a good deal and that it's something that you really need and will really provide value to your life. Everybody knows about, or at least heard about, the minimalist movement. The minimalist movement is so powerful because it really helps us refocus our efforts on things that are bringing value to our lives. If something doesn't bring you value, you don't need it. You're not going to know if it's going to provide that value to you if you're always buying things on emotional whims. You can't buy or make financial decisions on emotional whims. Don't make financial decisions when you're really high, and don't make financial decisions when you're really low. Make financial decisions when you're right where you need to be emotionally. All right, number 8 is fear and greed. They say that greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. And that is totally true. A lot of times people will chase the dollar. They'll see a 10x or a 12x and they'll go put all their eggs in that one basket hoping to get that 10x opportunity, only to realize that that was like a 1 in a million chance, and they're not 1 in a million in that opportunity, and they end up losing everything because greed gets them to do things that they wouldn't normally do, or greed causes you to cut corners or to make mistakes because you want to get there faster. It's like a fast food approach when we all know that most fast food isn't very healthy. That's the same thing financially, and you don't want to have a FOMO. The fear of missing out is real, and if you feel like there's an investment and you got to put your money in it or you're going to miss out. Like right now, everybody's jumping on Bitcoin or jumping on cryptocurrencies. While there's nothing wrong with that, I highly recommend you put it in perspective. There are a lot of great investments out there, Bitcoin being one of them, cryptocurrency being one of them. There's lots of things, and the more diversified you are, or the more that you kind of understand the investments that you're involved in, the better. All right, number 9 is critical, and it goes along with some of the other ones that we've talked about. But when you take advice from the wrong people, you're going to lose almost every time. And taking advice from the wrong people, they might be well-meaning, but I promise you that business opportunity that your brother-in-law or sister-in-law is promoting may or may not be the right thing. In fact, you should do your due diligence after you hear about this great next opportunity. Oh, you got to get in now. You got to do it now. Or this is the next best thing to do with your money. Make sure that you're listening to the right people when it comes to making financial decisions. All right, the 10th thing that people really get into problems financially with is that they don't fix the problem. They try to cover it up and end up causing more problems, and it ends up snowballing into a bigger problem. If you have a problem with your money, if you have a concern or a situation you're in, don't try to cover it up. Don't try to hide it. Get honest, get real, and find a solution, and find a solution fast so that that thing doesn't snowball out of control and you end up having a way bigger problem than you ever would have had you just been honest and upfront and gotten it dealt with in the beginning in the first place. The number 11 reason why people get into horrible financial problems is because they're looking for 20 and 30% returns on their money. Slow and steady wins the race. It's always won the race. It's always been the best philosophy in any kind of endeavor that you could be involved in. When you go trying to double and triple your money every week or month, you're not going to make it. But if you can pace yourself and put yourself in a situation where you're making some money, you're making decent returns, those returns will compound over time into having a wonderful return. For me in my business has been a lot of small customers that have added up to a large income. I can go shoot for the big whales, but the fisherman who goes out and just catches fish every day is going to eat more often than the guy who goes out and catches a whale once every couple of months. There's nothing wrong with going after those whales or catching the whales, but you've got to also put food on the table with a slow and steady and not chasing those big fat returns. I hope that makes sense. I hope that kind of clarifies what that means. Don't be chasing returns. Number 12 is actually something that is a real problem in our society today. Number 12 is something that you can change for the future generations. It's something that you can do to make some changes, so I highly recommend that you pay attention to this last thing. People who get into a lot of financial problems usually started at an early age with really bad habits. Every time they got a dollar, they went and spent it. Every time they got any money, they just made bad decisions with it. The reason why I say this is something that you can do to change the future is that if you have a son or a daughter, or you have a child or somebody that you mentor, make sure that they know and understand the power of developing good financial habits at an early age. Teach them how to have a good positive work ethic. Teach them things that they can do now to help them invest in their future. My kids, while they're young, they're 18, 19, and 20, 22, actually my oldest is 22, I've taught them for the last couple of years that to put aside money every month. I've also taught them that before they buy things, do some research, make sure that they're getting a good deal. What I've found is that when I buy something quickly and I go out and do some research, I usually find out that if I had just done a little bit more research before, I'd have found a better deal on a better product and I would have saved myself a lot of money and a lot of heartache. So good financial habits come from doing good research, investing properly, having good work ethics, and doing what you need to do. So help others, help pay it forward. Teach yourself, learn yourself good financial habits, and then teach that and pay that forward so that you can help the future generations have better financial futures. So these are 12 problems that a lot of people have in America today and the world today, but there's solutions to every one of them. And I hope you got a lot out of this video. I hope you recognize some of these problems, some of the reasons why people have these problems, and some of the solutions that you can put towards these problems to have them go away. My goal is to help you have a great financial future. I hope you got a lot out of this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.